Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be doing my episode review for the most recent episode of AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know why I do that, it's just a force of habit. I guess it's because I think I sound like the guy. Whatever. As usual, with all of my episode review videos, especially shows like Fear the Walking Dead, please be warned that this will be full of big spoilers regarding the most recent episode. If you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead, if you're a couple of episodes behind or one episode behind, I recommend you stop listening or watching this video, as I will be discussing big spoilers and plot details. If you are caught up, please keep watching and listening, as I hope you will find what I have to say useful and somewhat entertaining. You have been warned. That being said, good episode. Another very good episode. I panicked there for a moment when the crazy mother of the bride stabbed Strand. I mean, that's the thanks he gets for putting somebody out of their misery. But to be fair, you gotta see where the woman is coming from. Just like Herschel, she didn't want to let go of her deceased relative. And, she got angry at Strandford and stabbed him. Thank God it wasn't that deep of a wound. And even though they didn't show it, I'm assuming and hoping that they saved him. Yes, please, 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 please save Strand, make sure he doesn't die. Now, if they were going to kill him, it'd probably be a lot more shocking than that, which they shouldn't, because he's my favorite character. Please don't. You already took Daniel from me. Do not take Strand. Please? So besides that moment, very good episode. What I liked about this episode is that we saw multiple stories going on, which is what I was hoping to see from this series since it started. We saw different character tales of survival. We saw the hotel inhabitants trying to make a life for themselves in the hotel, working together, putting together resources, trying to coexist with each other. We saw Nick and Luciana trying to deal with the Colonia and, the deserter and his family, and their struggle with the local armed gang as well. And then we finally got to see what Ophelia had been up to. So it was confirmed, obviously, she took the truck and she just left her friends back at the hotel. And apparently she has her sights set on home, or at least USA, because that's the route she took. I guess after thinking about, having a flashback about her dead mother, that inspired her to go back to America. Not really sure, but okay. I thought it was interesting how we got some character backstory on her as well. Apparently she was engaged at one point. Of course, we don't know how that worked out or ended for them because they didn't really go into detail. But I liked how being a specific physical location like the beach reminded her of that day when when her boyfriend proposed to her in a similar setting. And at first I thought, wait a second, has she been here before? But I'm like, no, it's just a restaurant on the ocean side in LA in a flashback. So at least we got some answers as to what Ophelia has been up to, where she's been, where she's going. Obviously, she has her sights set for home. She's moving away from our main group. So I'm not sure if we're going to see her again, at least for another couple episodes, or hell, maybe the rest of this season, because I feel like, we're getting down to the final 4 episodes, I think, of this season, and because now that Madison realizes there's a chance that Nick may be alive with this other survivor colony that she overheard the gang members asking Francisco about, she's like, oh, Nick's out there, or that could be Nick, or something like that. So obviously they're not that far from each other. But, it was incredibly risky and dangerous lighting up the hotel like that, because it's like Alicia said, it's like you're attracting every single person and living and every zombie around here by turning on the lights. He's like, but Nick could see it. We want him to come home. And Alicia brought up a lot of really good and kind of sad points. It's like, why won't you accept the fact that I'm still here with you, the kid who chose to stay with you, because Nick decided to leave. He chose that life over us. Why can't you accept the fact and be happy that your other kid is still here? That's pretty much what she was saying, and I thought, oh shit, good point. I was wondering how Alicia felt about this, like maybe if Nick was the favored child or something like that. And, you could see on the look in Madison's face, she's like, Oh shit! Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on this, and she also compromised their position. So obviously, I don't think they're going to be able to stay at the hotel that long. And that final scene where we see a figure's head, like, uh oh, who's that? Who's that? Oh, Travis. But where's Chris and the rest of their little gang? And then the last thing we see is Travis heading towards the hotel. It's hard to say. I think probably I'm just guessing. I haven't seen any promos yet, but I'm guessing next week's episode is probably going to be the episode where we see what's been happening with Travis, Chris, and their new gang members, and probably the deterioration in their relationship between Chris and Travis. So we'll see. But this episode was great. It had a lot of stories going on, a lot of conflict, and things are slowly falling apart at the colony. And I like how Nick finally said enough was enough to Alejandro and told him face to face, just because you have faith things are going to be okay doesn't mean that they are definitely going to be okay. You need to take steps. You need to take action to make sure that this place stays standing, and that includes making the agreed upon trade. And if we're late, they're gonna come for us. And sure enough, what did he see? He saw Marco, I think his name is, the leader of the gang who controls the supermarket. Sure enough, great, now the gang has found out where the colony is, so there's really nothing to stop these guys from going in there guns blazing, kill everybody, and just take whatever they want, Oxycontin supplies and whatnot. And I'm just glad that somebody finally told Alejandro, enough with your shit, man. It's great that you brought all these people together, but what have you actually been doing lately to keep them safe? That's part of the reason why Francisco left. He and his family like, this place isn't that great, and let's try our luck out there. So, good episode, very good episode. I was just really shocked and kind of sad to see Strand get hurt, and thankfully he survived it, or at least I hope he did. And I also liked that scene where he's encouraging Alicia while she's tending to him to, show her mom how strong and tough she can be. And I think she did that when she called her out for compromising the hotel's safety. And the next question is, what is going to happen to the crazy mother of the bride? They're keeping her detained in her hotel room, but obviously she's not going to want to do that forever. And then I like the fact that they established a new rule: if anybody hurts anybody else, you're out of the hotel. Now, they may make an exception for her because she's grieving, but if she does it again, they may kick her out, or hell, they may push her out the window. I'm not saying they'll physically push her out the window, but if they kick her out, it's essentially a death sentence. And I'm wondering if later in the next couple of episodes there will be a scene, a really intense, crazy scene, where she gets out of her hotel room and somebody, whether it's Strand or Madison, ideally Madison, because I think it'd be really cool, it would solidify Madison's leadership position, if she's forced to kill her. If Madison's forced to kill this woman to protect everybody else, I think that would be a real character-defining moment for her. That's just my opinion. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the EdWord for another episode review of Fear the Walking Dead. Don't forget you can catch it every Sunday night on AMC with new episodes. Check your local times for when it shows. Thanks again for watching this episode review. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Also, check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. Have a wonderful rest of the night, everybody. Thanks again for stopping by. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.